heading off to Greece in just over a week. I've realized that I don't have any dressy options in my repertoire. While my pack is pretty ideal at this point, and I've done a mock pack, and you can watch the previous couple videos if you're not sure what's going on, catch you up. Well, the 5 videos in a row. 5 videos in a row this week. So please, if you don't know what's going on, catch up on videos numbered 41 and 42. They'll give you some context to what's happening right now. Anyway, I've done this mock pack, which is almost perfect, but I just don't have anything dressy to wear while I'm over in Greece. So let's look at some options. So if it was just as simple as I need one dress to dress up, this would be the one. If there was no other context involved, this would be the one, because it represents my style. Simple, neutral. I wear this in the summer months to dress up. I mean, it's easy, it's classic. But the issue with this dress is that it packs quite chunky. It's not huge, but it's chunky enough. It would be a pity if I didn't get to wear it enough. And while it's so simple that it could just get daily wear, it's not very comfortable. It's a little bit tight in the bottom, so it doesn't lend itself necessarily to day wear. The other thing is it's 2 layers of fabric. Not great for hot weather day wear. Not great for wearing on a Greek island. In saying that, I'm open to it. And I'm also open to maybe modifying it in some way, like maybe giving it a bit of a makeover, because I do have a sewing machine. Honestly, it is too big anyway now. It's not a huge loss if we make it usable in this context and not many others after that. This is probably the top contender. I do love this look, and I love the idea of dressing as myself when I'm on holiday. That's the easiest way to do it, because I'm confident, comfortable, this is my thing. This is option 2. This is my little festive mini dress, which I genuinely love. Actually, this would probably be pretty perfect for what I want it for, just in terms of style. You know, it's fun, it's easy, it's flirty, it's short, it's light colored. I don't know about black on Greek islands, you know what I mean? I think something in this color range is probably a little bit more appropriate and fun. And how easy is this outfit? What I'm concerned about with this dress though, is that I think because it's lined and it's kind of like a thick grade cotton, it might be too warm for what I want it for. And it might be bulky to pack, so let's try the final option. So this dress actually fits the bill quite ideally because it's fun, light colored. I think it's quite lightweight too. It's definitely very summery. I hadn't thought about this one. I thought it might look a little too princessy, but I think it's okay. Now, I think the limitation with it is that it looks not great with these shoes. Like the other 2 dresses look fine with the shoes. And these shoes really do not work. Like they really don't look right. I'll contemplate. Maybe I'll go into my wardrobe and see if I do want to bring some other shoes, what the options are. One final thing that I want to do is I want to roll all these dresses up and see which is the smallest. Okay, I actually think the black dress is the bulkiest. It feels like the heaviest and the thickest. I think this one's the lightest, but that one's the least appropriate, so. So I was about to move on, but then I remembered I have this one-piece bathing suit, which is quite beautiful. And obviously it would be nice to have an extra bathing suit for all the activities, for all the summer activities. I'm trying it with these because I was just trying to figure out if I could just go out and wear it on a daily basis if I wanted to. And it looks fine, it looks nice. But I'm wondering if maybe I could bring a skirt. If maybe I could find or bring a skirt that could work with this top. I just had a wild idea. I don't think I have the right kind of thing for what I was thinking, but how about, this is an idea, I don't know if I'm actually going to do this, but I'm just throwing ideas out. How about if I went to a fabric shop and I brought this along with me and I looked for a piece of fabric that was cream colored, maybe it had some sort of embroidery on it or something like that, that could be used as a sarong and could double as like a party skirt to go with this. You know, and I'd bring that instead of the other sarong, because how great would that be? Like, I would be traveling so light. I'm excited just thinking about this. I also can sew, so I could literally just make something. Like, I could literally make a bias. No, that doesn't make any sense. I'd want it to be versatile, so I'd want it to just be a big piece of fabric. Maybe this is something to explore. I brought my embroidered shirt along to show you the vision. You know, what if we found something similar to this to use as a sarong? And then we've got a party outfit sorted out. Then we have a party outfit sorted out that's extremely, extremely versatile. Oh, I'm very excited about this idea now. Now I want to bring the shorts. This is just like a daily going out outfit. Oh my God. And this is why you need to mock pack. Always do a mock pack, because things, you never know how things are going to come together. I've thrown a spanner in the works, but I've done it with over a week left before we go. So there's still time to workshop these things. I'll get back to you on this one. I want to tell you that autumn has completely kicked in at this point. And what I mean by that is that the weather has been extreme. Not in the sense that it's been particularly hot or particularly cold. Rather, I mean like the difference between the temperatures has been quite large. There have been days when it's been raining and windy and genuinely cold, but there have also still been days close to 28, 29 degrees Celsius, which as I'm filming this video, we just had one of those days. We just had one of those days in late April, which honestly at this point I can't tell anymore. I can't tell if that's normal anymore because I'm just glad to get this last little bit of summer. So there are some days the water is still, the sun is still out, you can still go for a swim at the beach, and then there are other days where you do not feel that urge at all. I have noticed that the temperature of the water has dropped. However, this has literally happened over the last couple of weeks. Another really obvious sign that the weather is generally heading towards a cooler trajectory is the fact that the nights are way colder. And I guess that's the real change, that's the real difference. The nights are just so much cooler, more likely to be guaranteed to be cooler. So even when the days are warmer, the nights are definitely cooler. I would say cold. There have definitely been a few nights I've gone out where I have already worn a sweater and a jacket, and that's how you can tell. That's how you can tell that autumn has taken hold here in Western Australia. Hi! Well, my friend, I am heading to Greece. I am preparing, I am packing. You are gonna come with me, of course. I'm actually realizing now how complex a system I do put in place for packing. And if you think I'm doing this just for the videos, I'm not. This is genuinely what I do. Every time I go on an overseas trip, I probably spend an abnormal amount of time thinking about what I'm going to bring with me. But be patient, pray tell. For I believe that if you pack well, you have a better trip. If you consider all the things you're going to be doing, you have a better trip. If you bring things for those situations, you have a better trip. If you bring a good mix of versatile, lightweight items, the right number of shoes, you have a great trip. If you pack too heavy, bring things you don't need, you don't have a great trip. If you underpack, you end up shopping, you don't have a great trip. Now look, can you probably make the most of a crappy situation if you've packed badly? Of course, I hope that we are all the kind of people who could do that. We could look beyond the material and just have a great trip regardless. Live in the moment, do all that stuff, live, laugh, love. Ha 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 ha. However, I do think that a good pack will enhance the journey. That's what this is all about. So I hope you join me here tomorrow, the day after that. What do you think so far? What are your ideas? What are your reflections? Am I making good decisions? Ah! I want to answer some of your questions from my last little video series. As I'm sure you can imagine, when I'm making such a series, I don't really have time in between videos because they're all going to get posted back to back to back. So there's not really time for me to respond to things you said, but I would like to now respond to some of the things that you said. The first question or thought is from Everything is Spiritual. Thank you so much for chatting with me in the comments. I tried the oatmeal mask. I couldn't get it to stick to my face. Any tips? Well, yes. So that oatmeal mask, if you watch the original Patreon video that came from in my Patreon community, I actually go through it in a lot of depth. It's in a video called My Face Routine. But I will say to you that it's got everything to do with how much you cook the oats. The oats need to be cooked for a long time and the consistency needs to be really thick. So basically as thick as you can get it. You want it to be really, really thick. I add a little bit of lemon to mine. I don't recommend that you do that necessarily. I'm not sure, maybe that helps it stick a little bit as well. If you don't cook the oats enough, if they're too liquidy, too soft, they will fall right off your face. I have another question from Claire. Thank you so much for asking. How old is Mr. Gary Jeffries now? Well, I'm going to tell this story because I'm not sure that I have, well, I mean, I know I've told it before in videos. I just don't know if those videos are still around, where they are. It's been a long time. But basically, I adopted Gary, my cat, in case you don't know what the heck's going on right now. We're talking about my cat, Gary Jeffries. I adopted Gary in 2016, and at the time, he was 8 years old. Oh, sorry, he was 6 years old. Keeping in mind that I adopted him, so he wasn't a kitten, I didn't buy him. I got him from Cat Haven, which is like a local cat adoption center here in WA. Obviously, they brought him in off the streets as a stray, so Gary had lived on the streets. And get this, they actually desexed him at Cat Haven. So he was a full-grown adult cat that hadn't been desexed. And I'm sorry that they did that to you, Gary, but it's what the responsible people do. Tells us a few things. If he was living on the streets as an adult male cat, he's got some babies out there. He's got some grandchildren out there and some great-grandchildren probably at this point. He's someone's daddy. And you know what else? You know how he's got a really chunky, round, solid face? That's actually as a result of maturing hormonally, which means that he would look completely different had he been desexed as a kitten like all other kittens. He would have one of them skinny faces. Maybe he wouldn't be so big and solid, who knows? But anyway, that's just some interesting facts about the G-Man. So obviously when a stray cat is caught in the wild, they cannot tell you exactly how old the cat is because he's not chipped. He doesn't have all that sort of vet information available. So basically they have to guesstimate. Now, when I picked Gary up in 2016, they said that he was 6. Apparently they're really good at guesstimating the age of cats. But that would mean that right now it's 2025 and it's like close to 9 years. So I would say that he's somewhere between 14 and 16 years old. When people ask how old he is, that's what I say basically. I give that age range. Somewhere between 14 and 16. So he is a senior cat. another matter. Obviously I try on a lot of outfits, but there was this one outfit that I tried on that I wanted your feedback about, and you did give me feedback. It was this here outfit. It's cute. The question was, do I wear the boob tube out or do I wear it in? I asked for your opinion. Now, the opinions were split pretty evenly. I'm not sure that there was a particular side that was heavier. Maybe a few more of you were interested in the tucked in look. But ultimately I did wear it out. I kind of liked that it was a little unusual in the end. I kind of created a really nice shape, cinched it in, cinched my waist in, and I thought that was just a cute look. So that's how I wore it, with the top out. Yeah, that's a big spider. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, sniff, sniff. Obviously, I don't want to get too close, but this guy is a huntsman and he's the size of my palm.